Okay, we're going to start off by doing my headphone inspired nails. My headphones are about like a purple periwinkle and a pink. They fade into each other with cheetah print. So I got the idea. I was thinking, hey, it would look cool to have that design on a nail, which I put on here. These are little practice nails, which you can get from Sally's. They're like $1.97. They may be a little bit more now, and you don't have to be a nail tech to get them. Allow you to practice on your nails. So this is the pink on the top, by Funky Fingers, and I have like this blue color by Dibs, like the fashion store, and it's topped with NYX Girls, which is it's called Mavin, and I just use a regular black nail striper. In order to get these colors to blend, you use a cosmetic wedge, which I got these from the dollar store, and they come 28 in a pack for $1. Or you can also use these color nail wheels, which I use. They come blank, and then you can make and paint whichever design you want. You can add jewels, like I have jewels in here. And say you have nail polish, like these stripers oftentimes get really, really sticky. I have bought some of these from bought some of this nail polish thinner from Sally's, and it works very well. And then I'll top off my nail art in with the clear coat with some of this nail oil, and it's cuticle oil, I should say, and it also acts as a fast coat dryer for the nail. So we'll move this one out the way, and here we have our blank nail to get started with. So here we go. We get our cosmetic sponge. Okay, we'll start off with the cosmetic wedge. And I'll start off with blue since it's at the bottom. So you take the brush out, try to wind it up and out so that all the excess polish stays in the bottle and doesn't drip on the person's nail. Okay, you can either do this side or the edge. I usually have a tendency to do the edge and just paint a light coat. You don't have to saturate it with nail polish. Otherwise, it will just look like you have a regular paintbrush. You kind of want to have the fade effect. So I have a little bit on here. And what I'm going to do is start at the bottom and just tap. You want to do that halfway up the nail. If your sponge like mine gets dry, you just take a little more, paint it on the edge, and do the same process. Just blot it on the bottom of the nail. You can do it at an angle, whatever your desire, however dramatic you want the look. So I'm going to add a little bit more to make it darker, because this is a very light blue. You can use any colors you want. It doesn't have to be these two specific colors. And I'm going to blot some more. And kind of keep blotting a little to the end so you get a little bit blue, halfway up the nail. So we're going to get the blue out the way. Now we'll start with this pink. And this pink is Funky Fingers. It's a very neon pink. So instead of just getting another sponge, I'm just going to use the opposite side. And when you use this side, it's a little bit chunkier. So I just paint one side. And I usually just do it short because most people's nails aren't this wide. So get some and just make sure the whole side is filled in with paint. Otherwise, you'll have missing areas of paint on the nail. So I have that pink on there. I'm just going to take it I'm going to do this from the top to the blue to meet it in the middle. So if you can see, I'm just going to take it and blot it down. Once it touches the blue, it will turn like a purple color, just as the headphones are. And just blot. But be careful of blotting too much because the sponge will come off in the paint, and you don't want that because it will look tacky. So I'm going to add a little bit more. And just blot. And this makes it darker too. As you can see, the purple coming down. You can even blot a little bit over so it kind of looks like it's, it almost looks like it's spray painted or something. Or like the airbrush. So I'm going to get rid of that sponge and put it to the side. So now once you have that done, you faded your blue into your pink. You can get rid of those nail polishes. And then we'll start with the cheetah print. With this design, I did it on an angle. So you can do it straight across, just the pink part of it, whichever way you want. But cheetah is a little bit sometimes hard to do because sometimes it doesn't look like it's coming out right when it really is right. And then sometimes you mess up because the lines aren't straight or whichever. So I just sometimes take it, and I do like I'll start from an angle, just like I did with that nail. And I'll do like a little, like, almost halfway C. But you don't want the C to be like a perfect C, because otherwise it will just look, not like cheetah print. So I sometimes push down hard on the brush, which makes the lines thicker. And then I'll come to the other side and do the same thing. But you want to kind of have the lines curve at the end. And then sometimes you can have like two parentheses where, like, for example, like here, make sure you don't have too much paint on the brush, otherwise we'll just create a blob. I'll do one that's like parentheses, but sometimes I go back and make it the line like a irregular line, like more on one side than the other. Then I'll do like one that's upside down. Do another like parentheses like type one, but I'm going to add like more of a blob to the other side. And try to make it like unique. Try to make it your own design. You don't have to do it perfectly like how you see it on an animal. Sometimes it's hard to get. So you keep doing that, making however you want, the design however you desire. You can even put like a undercolor, but for this design I'm doing it just like almost how the headphones are. So you feel like you messed up, sometimes your mess up will blend in with the design. And this is all freehand, so if you don't have a steady hand, just try your best not to let your hand apply too much pressure, because otherwise it will just make a whole blob. You'll end up getting frustrated and having to start all over again. So then once you have like some of your like cheetah print lines and like parentheses, I just go through, back through and just make some black dots. So wherever you have like empty space, just make a dot. And making a dot with the striper, you just tap down lightly with the tip of the brush and it will make little dots. It's kind of blurry on the camera, but if you can kind of see where I'm putting dots at. To make them bigger, you can kind of twist your brush in a little circle to make it into the shape of one. And you can do any color, you can do white or whichever you like. So there we have it. We added a little bit of our cheetah print here. And then the reason why I have this NYX Girl sparkly one, because I just added a little bit of, flair to it by just adding, the sparkle. So then once you let it dry, see, I normally want to put it on this fast, but this is just a demo. And then I'll just take swipe of this glitter and top it all off. It's hard to see the glitter in the picture as well, but if you put this glitter on too early, it will just run the black. Some of the stripers have a tendency to run. So there you have it, just like the headphones. Let me show you the headphones again. And the first example of the nail. Alright, have fun.